So tell me about the personal analysis that you guys give.
Okay.
What is the process for that? And what do people need to bring to the table so you can do this free, absolutely free opportunity that's going to let you see if this even works for you or not? And if it doesn't, then you can walk away. But if you're excited about it, you can jump into it. What happens during those?
Yeah, I appreciate that because like I said, the fear of the unknown is probably something we all struggle with in a lot of areas of life, and finances is certainly no different. In fact, even probably more so. So as you know, we've often worked closely with you in beginning by doing, free informational webinars just to give people a general idea. And you work closely with your folks, and many of them you provide that opportunity to. But when we set up the analysis appointment, it's with one of our dedicated specialists. They're a full-time representative with us that's been working with this program for probably quite some time. And what I think is probably helpful, and I guess coming from my mortgage brokerage background as well, where the amount of information you need is almost enough to give you a nosebleed. And you said it perfectly. In this case, it's up to a 1 hour consultation. There is no cost. There is no obligation. And we'll do a savings report analysis. But the information we need, let's start with what you don't need. We don't need your social security number. We don't need your account numbers. And we're never going to touch your money. The basic disclaimers. It is basically an analysis predicated on your general financial profile, income, expenses, debt, etc. And we're able to do a pretty detailed analysis just predicated on that personal profile. And as a result, we'll provide, as you mentioned, a free savings report analysis. And the other fact is, if we don't think it could work for somebody, Christy, we'll tell them.
Yeah.
We'll be the first ones to tell them that. Right. Because, I want to say this tongue in cheek, but when somebody purchases our program and they enroll and register in the ability to have access to it, this web-based system, we don't charge them monthly subscription fees. We don't charge them yearly renewal fees. We don't charge them upgrade fees. It's a pretty detailed program, and they get support and training and coaching forever. So there wouldn't be a vested interest in us having somebody do it if it wouldn't work for them, because we commit to providing that support indefinitely in the future. And we guarantee the results. That's probably one of the most unique things, right? This isn't you drink a shake and you're going to lose 10 pounds. No disrespect to shake weight loss companies, but numbers don't lie, right? It's the only thing in the world that is neutral and is not emotion and doesn't lie, right? 1 + 1 is 2. It's math. It's not magic. And that's why we can guarantee it. So it's a very uninvasive consultation. We give them about a 1-page form. Again, income, expenses, whatever their debt profile is. And then as we're going through the consultation, we'll ask more specific questions about how they generally manage their money, what their situation is like. And we'll customize the nature of that analysis based on their circumstances. And then even from there, if they decide to move forward and it makes sense for them, of course, then we'll schedule a secondary appointment with one of our corporate coaches, which will just verify everything to make sure it's accurate. Sometimes people make mistakes, they overlook things, but now they're going to verify every debt, every balance, every payment, every interest rate. And once we're able to verify that that's all congruent, they click a button, and that's what provides the guarantee and our ability to support them for as long as they choose to use our program. And if they buy a new house, they add it to the system. There's no cost for that. If they buy a new car, it's going to continually ebb and flow with somebody's individual circumstances.